Hey everybody, this is Alpha Zero at your service in the morning time. I'm going to do a review on a new episode of Horizon 2, which is episode 10. Now, I really must apologize for having this review to come up late at this time in the morning. Like, I did have my alarm set at 5:30, but somehow I just wanted to maybe wanted to rest up a little bit because I was a little tired, and I know that's not me, but at certain points, I just became knocked out, and then fell out for about 1 hour. I'm like, oh man, not a good thing. And I did had a dream and blah blah blah, but I don't even remember it right now. So if anything else, I'll have to get started right away. Don't be surprised if this review comes out a little short because there's nothing much I can say. Okay, at the beginning we see to it that we have a lot of players having discouragement, seeing how they lost the raid, literally lost the raid, and they just want to give up and go live a regular life as a warrior or as a person whatsoever. Even maybe people of the land probably in this game, and I go oh man, you guys are giving up that already? But William, on the other hand, says, screw it, you know? And he makes a speech that lasted throughout the entire episode, pretty much. But not before we get to know some backstory about him. Back then we know a little bit of, how he's a isolist, probably. Separating himself from everybody. And seeing to it that he does not want to make any friends or something, but he said without this game, I would not have any of these kinds of improvements. Talking to people, making relationship makeups, that here and there. And he did run away once, he says, and that's from the round table of Akihabara. I go well, true, you did just go I ain't part of this. I ain't part of this thing. And he left. That right there was pretty much understandable because he just wants to go. He says this world peace thing in Log Horizon 2 is not going to work out. So how do you expect any good things from it at all? But as William continues his speech, he ends up being interrupted by Demicuts and says, "What's the point? It's just a game or something, you know?" I go yeah, it is a game, but sometimes some games can teach you some life lessons or manners itself. I mean, you may sit there and be a vegetable and so forth and so on, but it can teach you a couple things, you know. And after William finishes his speech, everyone decides to rise up and do it again. Shiroi tells Naotoku, and then he tells Akatsuki to send a message to everyone and that he'll be back on January 7th. And I go well, this is going to be very tough, but Shiroi even also has a plan. However, the chances of winning is 15%. And I go better than freaking 0. I'm serious about that. Even though if it's just only a little bit by chance, it's best to give it a shot no matter what. So, yeah. Well, this episode is just the major speech that William made. And I respect him for that. I mean, he put his life on the line for it, doing research here and there, and I can understand that greatly. I mean, sometimes one person dedicated their life to this certain thing, and some of y'all might think oh, it's a wasted time or some kind of stupid thing that this person's doing. But hey, you may never know, it'll come out handy or useful in the end. You should not tease the person of what he or she has become or what she's doing, because if they can find a future for that, they'll find it. But if they can learn from that and have these kinds of skills, then it's not wasteful. I'm deadly serious about that. So yeah, this episode taught a lot, and maybe maybe taught many people too. And that speech right there was just pretty epic in my opinion, you know. So I'll end it here, people. I really don't know what to expect right now. I mean, next week pretty much 3 raid bosses fights again, you know, and it's going to go down, man. So I'll end it here, people. There's nothing much I can say. Sorry for this review to come late. My next review might be up late again, so I'll see y'all till then. I'm Alpha Zero. Have a good day, and I'll see y'all in my next video, alright? Later. Peace out. Bye-bye.